Hello and welcome to today's episode of a bite-sized chunk of the World Class Real Estate Podcast. We're going to be talking about fees today. I don't think any industry professional will ever get bored of talking about how we can improve our fees in.
No, and there's always different ways that you can shape this conversation. And if you're an industry trainer, you've got your thing. If you're an estate agent, you've got your thing. It sounds a bit boring to say it, but it's mindset, right?
Yeah.
You make the decision consciously in your head that you're worth more, and then you charge more and you hold your ground.
Yes.
You know, that is the quickest way to improve it. There's loads of other techniques and ways, but the quickest way is to make the decision.
Yeah, but you've also you can't just put it up by a percentage point, put it up by half a percentage point. And I think that's part of the mindset. Your service has got to be good if you're going to improve your fees. You can't improve your fees and decrease your service level, or you can't improve your fees so that you're perceived as expensive for a shit service. It just doesn't work like that. So if your service level is good, my advice is a great time of year to be looking at this, because we've talked about profit quite a lot this week. It's pure profit. If you can increase your fee by 1.1 percentage point on every transaction this year, that is all profit. And it's, why not? Because all it is asking for and sticking to that higher fee. We had this conversation actually last week, which is, we're doing it this year because we feel like we're worth more than we are charging. We're a little bit more expensive than a lot of our competitors, but our view is that if we're a little bit expensive, what difference does it make if we're a little bit more expensive? So that's what we're doing. But it is also making sure that myself, the other professionals in the business, that they are of the mindset that they are strong enough that they say it and they hold to it. I got asked yesterday about negotiating on the fee. The answer is no. We don't negotiate on fees.
Alex Hormozy did a video. He did a podcast with someone, and he spoke about fees. And I really liked this. He said, I don't negotiate on fees ever. I either charge what I charge or I do it for free. And that's the boundary, basically, is it's either this is what I charge or there's a reason why I do it for free. And there's no in the middle. So either I'm happy to do it totally for free because it's my mum, or there's a reason I'm doing it pro bono, if you like, in the world of a solicitor, or I charge what I charge because that's what I'm worth. To negotiate on it is to down value and devalue who I am. So the metric is this is what I charge or I do it for free. And I was like, that's a great way for estate agents to improve their fees.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't see why we should. Like, you wouldn't go into a solicitor and ask to neg their fee, and all your clients are going to use a solicitor. They won't be asking them the question to neg the fee, but it doesn't mean that they won't use them. So it's about being confident, self-confident and assured. And a lot of the time, people are just asking. If you push back, if you're not in the habit of pushing back, please get in the habit of pushing back. And certainly don't self-negotiate your fee. We talked about that last year, complete pet hate of mine. But, if you're not pushing back, a lot of the time the answer you'll get is, oh, I was just asking. And if they're just asking, they're going to use you anyway. A lot of the time, they're just asking because it's money in their pocket rather than yours. But you've got to know your worth. It's really important. And if you are self-negotiating, you're demonstrating that you're a poor negotiator. I can't be more passionate about this fact. Oh, my normal fee's 1.5%, but I'll do it for you for 1%. Bollocks! Your fee's not 1.5%. And people are not stupid. They see right through that. They don't think you're giving them a great rate because they rang your office in to book a valuation and suddenly they're now your best mate, so you're giving them half a percentage point off. It doesn't work like that. They know that you're never 1.5%. It's an old-fashioned sales trick that the estate agent in the three-piece suit who used to rip people off uses. You don't want to be associated with that. You want to be the agent who is worth what they're charging, and therefore you've got to ask for it. You've got to stick to it.
That is the part two. The part one is that headspace, confidence, discipline, to stick with it. And the part two of that's the quickest way to change anything. But the part two of how to move it on from there and keep improving your fee is there's a great book called Oversubscribed by Daniel Priestley. Effectively, the goal for us as agents is to become oversubscribed. If you need a landscape gardener in the summer, I can't get you in for 3 months. Fantastic. He must be fantastic at what he does. He's oversubscribed. And in my head, as a business owner, I'm thinking, you are too cheap because you're overbooked through reputations, through tags. You are too cheap because you are oversubscribed. Our job, if we get to the point where we can't book a valuation in because our diary is full for the next 10 days, we are oversubscribed. We are too cheap. We put our fees up. If we've got the capacity of listings of where we say that is the number, we're a branch where we don't want any more than 35 houses on the market, and you've got a diary full for the next 7 days, you are too cheap and oversubscribed.
Yeah.
And to become oversubscribed, you have to listen to all the online presence stuff that we spoke about, last week, and all the other little bits and bobs that kind of gear towards being oversubscribed and lead generation, etc. But that's the way to think about it, is mindset, and then become oversubscribed. And once you're oversubscribed, that's when you put your fees back up again. And just keep following that pattern, okay? We're not oversubscribed at the moment, so we're about right, or we're undersubscribed. We've got to do something to become at least, baseline, and then get oversubscribed and put your fees up again, and just follow that pattern. And if you can follow that pattern as a business, then you're winning in the industry.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, it's something that you can do very easily. Mindset, you might not be able to change it immediately, but you can certainly start having conversations about changing it today. That's, you walk in and you speak to the team about it. Where do they see it? Where can you make the improvements? Are you worth more than you're currently charging? Great question to ask the team. How much do you think we're currently worth as an estate agent? And the answer to that might help you try and improve your fees further into the future. So yeah, really, we could go on all day, couldn't we? We both sort of sat up in our chairs a little bit on this topic. It's a real passion.
You could do a whole workshop on this, for loads and loads of time. But I really think people just need to take that one bite-sized little golden nugget from it that they're going to use, and whether that's the mindset element, whether it's the oversubscribed, like you say, it's just setting your baseline. No longer do I go below X. All of these little things, it's just raising the profile of saying our industry becomes better, survives, brings better quality staff into it, has a better reputation if we charge more and we make more profit to do more for the client. So this is like that hamster wheel that basically is going to do all of the benefits we need for the industry. It survives the industry if we put our fees up. So we have to do it as a collective. And this is the market to do it, because it's not an easy market. It's not a difficult market. It's somewhere in the middle. And that's the market where you can grow as an agent. The best become better and the poor disappear. And that's the goal for you, is to become the best becoming better effectively. And actually next episode, Tuesday, the last sort of episode of these bite-sized 7 that we've done, we're going to just raise a question, which is what market is being created today. And ultimately what we're going to talk about on tomorrow's episode is just a little bit of getting people thinking about what comes next and can you get ahead of the curve. So that is the episode for tomorrow. But I've really, really enjoyed these. They've been really good. Hopefully people have taken a lot from these bite-sized episodes, and they're tagging and sharing them all over the place. Really would be ideal.
Yeah, absolutely.